don't know why it has been so difficult recording this video.
It has taken me 3 days, a broken nail, spilled wine, so much that I had to break out my travel mug just to record a video. Because literally I had a fear that I would spill everything over my recording device, my papers, so on and so forth. It also could have just been the Lord. The Lord may have been like, you know, you're not speaking your truth. You're not being vulnerable. So I'm going to make it a little bit difficult for you at this time until you get real with yourself. Maybe that's it. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Welcome. It's Dee with the Single Mom Unguided Life, where we talk about finances, motherhood, being single, and everything in between. So today's video is just a quick story time. It's how I became a single mom, as well as how did I navigate dating in the beginning stages. So I officially became a single mom in 2006 when I divorced my son's father. That was not a decision that I made lightly. It's one that I had to consider not only how I was going to be affected, as well as my son. Additionally, I had to consider how the relationships were going to work between my son and his father, and between my son and I. So what was kind of like I wouldn't say a good thing, his dad primarily worked out the home 95% of the time. He was like 3 at the time, so he noticed that his dad wasn't there. So when we transitioned from living with his dad to not, on his end, he didn't see any difference of that. It wasn't until we moved the second time that my son realized, hey, wait, dad's not coming with us. What's going on? So I had to have that conversation with him about 6 or 7 about the relationship between his dad and I. What I found is that doorway of being able to be open and honest how we speak to my son allowed for him to be open and honest when he was speaking to us. Additionally, when I started dating, I had made a rule that I was not going to introduce a man into my son's life until I was comfortable with the person in my life and ready to move to the further stage. Therefore, my son didn't meet many of them in a sense of physically. Now, he did meet them based on a lot of lessons I learned from my relationships with them. In the early stages, I was dating a guy who was a only child and raised by a single mom. So that's where the common ground came from. What I found though with his mom is that she was very overbearing. And therefore, one thing that he wouldn't do is make decisions without her say. And that goes from the smallest decisions to picking out the furniture of his apartment to larger decisions such as who he should marry. Now, I do think that you should value the opinions of your parents, but they should not have an effect onto your life where you are lacking in some way or form or missing out in some way or form. So from there, I discovered that that's not what I wanted to be or do for my son. I did not want to be a helicopter mom. I still wanted to provide my son guidance and have him be able to look to me for advice. That's why I allowed my son to become into his own, which include the way he dressed, the things that he was into, such as the different like anime and stuff like that. I allow for him to express himself in ways that I was not taught to do so. That allowed for not only our relationship to grow, but it allowed for him to grow in a way that he understood that when he makes decisions, it not only affects him, it affects others. Therefore, he is very good with considering all the sides before making a decision. That doesn't mean that he doesn't come to me for advice or guidance prior to. It's just that it may be a decision has been made and you just say, Mom, how do you think about this? And I'm all for that, to give my honest and open opinion. And then from there, that leads to him making a decision what he would choose to do. I don't say anything to him to sway him away from what he's already decided. It's more so that I am kind of like helping him navigate through the different options he has available for himself. Now, does that say that I was perfect all the time? No. There was a lot of times where my reaction definitely took away from the moment, but I did give myself leeway to allow for that to happen because I am human. Mothers, especially single mothers, tell me, how did you navigate dating? As well as if you are a single mother that's older whose children are adults or are married, tell me how you are navigating through everything at this point in time. If you can, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Please share to your friends, family, and your coworkers. Peace out.